Are you afraid to fight me yourself, you cowardly snake?
Guess you didn't see that coming. That ice arrow came in clutch, dude.
Had about enough of you and your eyebrow. Who wrote this? A 2-year-old?
Oh, don't give me that smug face, Ben Affleck. Where's my real ending here? That right there was frickin' luck.
That's his weakness right there. Shiku Hadouken to the face.
Fucking go, baby. Woo! With the failure of one movie called Batman and Robin, Warner Brothers decided to put the Batman movie franchise on ice until they wanted to figure out where do we go from here. So they ultimately decided, you know what, we got to go back to the old dark style and everything. But what director do we get? Let's get Christopher Nolan and everything. And then from there, the rest was history. In 2005, a movie called Batman Begins released in theaters and pretty much reviving the superhero movie franchise. Nano Man, I can't tell you how much I love this movie. Like, it is one of my all-time favorites. Keep an eye out. That Bat Freak could be anywhere? Okay. But yeah. Pretty much Christopher Nolan's style is pretty much bringing realism into his in the movie and everything like that, ditching all the metahumans and everything, and you know, all this like fairy tale folklore and all that stuff, and pretty much bringing in realism into this movie and everything like that and stuff. He went ahead but he needed Bruce Wayne / Batman for his movie, and who did he get? He got none other than the American Psycho himself, Christian Bale. And then the whole movie just has a really, really great cast of actors. Katie Holmes, Michael Caine, Gary Oldman, Cillian Murphy, Liam Neeson, Morgan Freeman, Ken Watanabe, and everything. Like, the list goes on. Like, that cast is just, oh my god, like, so freaking, like, great. Like, freaking great, dude. Everyone played their part really well and stuff like that. Like, with every single movie that would come out back in the day, well, they don't really do it now and stuff, but back in the day, whenever there's like a really hot movie coming out and everything, there has to be a video game about it and everything like that and stuff. And surprisingly, we were in the era of really great licensed titles. Like, I'm talking about Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I'm like talking about freaking Batman Begins. That was another great one and everything like that. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That was another good one and everything. Like, dude, like, we had a lot of like hidden gems when it came to games based off of movies and everything like that. And again, like I mentioned, Batman Begins was great. Like, it came out on the PS2, the GameCube, the original Xbox, and everything like that. And surprisingly, and this is something I really learned just recently, they had a they had a Game Boy version and stuff like that. I was really surprised. Like, I'm like, whoa, they got a Game Boy version? Like, I did not know that and stuff. And that's why we're here and everything. I remembered I used to own the GameCube version and everything like that. Yeah, I remembered I wanted the game so bad because, you know, I've seen the commercials for them and everything like that. Like, it looked great and everything, like, it really did. But my dad, again, you know, really was hesitant with me trying out games based off of movies and everything like that and stuff. And but I begged to him, like, look, like, this game's gonna be good and everything like that. And I remembered this was literally the first game that I pre-ordered ever, and that was like in Toys R Us as well and everything like that. But when the game came out, my dad was still hesitant though. Like, he didn't want to spend money for me, and just for me to like get disappointed or frustrated and everything like that. So he pretty much just said, just rent it on Blockbuster and see how you like it and everything. And that's what I did. And like, I was very surprised that that game was very short, but yeah, I still enjoyed it and everything like that. And I beat it in one day. Like, that weekend, I pretty much beat it and everything like that. Like, I literally played some on Saturday. That was when, you know, Batman Begins had came out and everything. I played a bit of it on Saturday. And then I pretty much, after I got back from the movie theater, I, you know, continued playing it. And then, like, on Sunday, I just pretty much finished it and everything like that. And I really enjoyed it. I begged my dad, please let me get this game and stuff. And eventually he did. He gave me, like, all right, you know what, I'll get it for you. And yeah, he got it for me and everything like that. And I, like, all right, let's go again. Like, I enjoyed this game so much and everything like that. And stuff, and it was just like, wow, dude. Like literally years later, I just recently bought it again for the PS2 because when I went to my local retro video game store and everything like that, they had it there, and I was like, for the PlayStation 2, and I gotta get it and stuff, and I got it, and then like I, you know, hooked up my PlayStation 2 and started playing it, and like, man, I just had a full rush of nostalgia and everything like that playing it again. Like, dude, like, it's a really surprisingly good, the console version. And of course, right now we're playing the Game Boy version, which is a blind playthrough. Like, I never played the Game Boy version. I never knew there was a Game Boy version of this. I mean, I wasn't surprised, but I was like, oh, I'm not surprised by it, but it's crazy that I never knew and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, like, I was like, this game pretty much had brought in a lot of elements to the Arkham series and everything like that, because literally after this they were gonna release the Dark Knight game and everything like that, but that never came to be and everything like that. Thus, you know, they just decided to make a whole new original story and everything like that in Arkham Asylum and everything, and pretty much bringing in some elements from this game into that game and just perfecting it pretty much and everything like that. Like, it's crazy to think, like, damn, dude, like, this is what pretty much got the whole Arkham series started and everything, like, you know, because if I do remember correctly, the console version, like, it was kind of like a Splinter Cell type game and everything. Like, you gotta use stealth, you know, because stealth is your ally and everything like that. You gotta strike fear to your enemies and everything like that. And that was what the console version was about and everything. I'm really not so sure about this version and stuff, but I do remember that, yeah, like, you know, you had to, like, pretty much be smart and everything, use stealth and everything, because if you pretty much, just go freaking, you know, brute strength and everything like that, you're gonna have a hard time and everything. And pretty much using stealth and everything, like, it helps out a lot and everything. So again, it's a sense of like a kind of like a Splinter Cell game and everything. You also, like, pick locks to doors and everything. You have your different array of gadgets and stuff like that and stuff, and pretty much, like, it was great. Like, honestly, it was really great and everything like that. That's why I'm just like, I wonder how this version is. So far, what I'm playing right now, it's kind of taking some elements from the game and everything, because in the beginning we had the prologue. In the prologue, it was like the start of it, where you're pretty much going into, a burning, like a burning warehouse and everything, trying to find Jonathan Crane and everything. And a lot of the lines are in there too from the console version and stuff. And yeah, and then we go straight to like, the flashback where, it shows Bruce Wayne training under the League of Shadows and everything, under Ra's al Ghul. I know it's pronounced Ra's al Ghul and everything like that, but obviously this is how the game wants us to pronounce it and everything like that and stuff. Like, yeah, like I look back at it and I look back at it and stuff, and then I look at it now, because obviously, like, there was some with the movie The Batman, because Carmine Falcone actually plays an important part in this in Batman Begins and everything like that. And yeah, for the longest time they called him just Carmine Falcone and everything, adding the E, but and then when I watched the Batman and everything, I realized, oh, the E is silent, so it's just Carmine Falcone and everything. That sounds a lot more sense, since it's pretty much a mob boss and everything like that. So it sounds like a mob boss name too. So that totally makes sense and stuff. So yeah. So, I was just like, oh, I guess we've been pronouncing the name wrong this whole time and stuff. But yeah, they also like Ra's al Ghul, it's actually pronounced Ra's al Ghul, for those who watched the animated movie. I mean, the Batman animated TV series and everything like that. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy, by the way. Yeah, they pronounced it Ra's al Ghul, which is the proper way to pronounce it and everything like that. And I do believe, I think when in Comic-Con, when they're doing the panel for Arrow Season 3, that was pretty much when Ra's al Ghul was the main antagonist in that season and everything like that and stuff. Pretty much, like, I think I guess Stephen Amell, who plays the Green Arrow / Oliver Queen, asked the audience, is it pronounced Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul? And I guess a lot of them said Ra's al Ghul and everything like that and stuff. And I think ever since then they just started pronouncing it that way later on in the season and stuff like that and stuff. I think yeah. And it was a really even then, like, whatever slips in my tongue, that's how I'll pronounce it and everything. But I've always just, ever since then, I've just always pronounced it as Ra's al Ghul and stuff like that. So yeah, and of course, Christopher Nolan had to pretty much change it up. Instead of calling the League of Assassins, it's called the League of Shadows and stuff. So yeah, pretty much Christopher Nolan. Yeah, he brought some realism into his Dark Knight trilogy and everything like that. But he also adapted from certain he adapted from certain like comic book storylines from Batman and everything. Pretty much Batman Begins being tied into Batman Year One and everything like that and stuff. Pretty much, telling an origin story of pretty much Bruce Wayne, with the death of his parents and everything, becoming Batman and all that stuff. So yeah, and like, dude, like the movie was great. Like, I loved it when I watched it the first time in the theaters. And stuff. Like, I freaking still love it till this day and everything. Like, I in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I don't want anyone to freaking come at me freaking sending me freaking death threats and everything like that, but I do believe that the Dark Knight trilogy is honestly the best superhero trilogy ever, compared to like these other superhero movie series. And oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I wasn't supposed. Okay, so they do play some stealth elements into the Game Boy version. Okay, that's actually okay. That's gonna be a bit challenging. Okay, but I'm wondering how do I replenish my health? Huh? Yeah, yeah, how am I gonna, how do I replenish my health, and stuff? Okay, well, I guess I'll wait until this ninja, turns his back and everything like that. But yeah, dude, like, I don't hate me for what I'm saying and everything, but I do believe, honestly, that the Dark Knight trilogy is honestly the best superhero trilogy out there. Like, it is great. Freaking Batman Begins was great. Freaking The Dark Knight was phenomenal. Dark Knight Rises had some flaws and everything like that. Ooh, okay. Okay, I kind of like that. Okay, was this replenished? No, that doesn't replenish my health. Huh. How do I replenish my health? Huh. That, how do I, okay, I need to figure this out, hopefully after this episode. But yeah, what was I saying again? I'm so sorry. Like, oh yeah, The Dark Knight Rises, though flawed and everything like that, is not even though it's the weakest in the trilogy and everything like that and stuff like that. It was still good. Like, I enjoyed it and everything. All its flaws, all its 800 plot holes that it had and everything like that. It was still honestly a really good movie. Like, I still enjoyed it and everything like that and stuff. Like, you know, there's some things that they could have probably played different, but again, it's just they couldn't really. You could tell Christopher Nolan was done. Like, he didn't not want to make this movie and stuff. Like, you could definitely tell. And I know Christopher Nolan movies. Like, ever since The Dark Knight, ever since Batman Begins, I've watched a lot of his stuff. Like, a lot of the movies that, you know, he made and everything like that. And anyone that came after Batman Begins and stuff like that. Like, I know Christopher Nolan. Like, he'll put his heart and soul into a movie. But you could definitely tell The Dark Knight Rises, he did not want to make the movie and everything like that. He just pretty much like decided nah, and pretty much not fix any of the problems that it had and everything like that, besides Bane's voice and everything like that. But everything else was just and stuff. Yeah, you could definitely tell too. Like, I believe the actress who played Talia al Ghul, like, there was a moment in that movie and everything, even though we are playing Batman Begins, but fuck it, I'm just gonna talk about it anyway. Freaking like there like in the ending and everything like that. Spoiler alert, who haven't any of you guys watched the movie and stuff. But pretty much there was a moment in the movie where pretty much, like, the truck that Talia was in pretty much, you know, fell into, like, a hole into, like, the freeway and everything like that. And pretty much Commissioner Gordon, Catwoman, and Batman were all there, you know, trying to, you know, see if she was still alive or not and stuff. And pretty much, you know, Talia did her little speech and everything, saying, like, you know, the worst is about to come, be prepare yourselves and everything. And just, like, when she took her final breaths, I was like, oh my god, that was really bad. Like, that, like, and Chris, I'm like, and like, I'm like, you would think, you know, they would do another take, but no, like, that was how it was. I was like, wow. Oh my god. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Christopher Nolan did not want to make this movie and stuff. Like, he was definitely done. Okay. All of a sudden, it just became Metroid. Cue the Getting Away theme from one of the Metroid games and everything. But yeah, dude, like, it's just like, wow, dude, what could have been? And oh god, oh wow, I gotta start all over. Wow, I gotta. Oh wow, I gotta start all over. Okay, guys, we're back. I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of those games. All right, I guess that's really stupid, and stuff. But yeah, dude. But like, despite its flaws, it was still a good movie and everything like that. So yeah. and stuff. But yeah, after that, that was pretty much it for the freaking. That was pretty much it for all of the Dark Knight trilogy and everything like that. I wasn't sure if they were gonna make another movie, but you know, obviously, you know, it was like okay, yeah, they're done for sure, and stuff. And what's even crazy, Zack Snyder actually offered Christian Bale a ton of money to play Batman again and everything like that, but obviously he was done and everything. I think when cause during like a little press conference when he was promoting Thor: Love and Thunder, they asked him, would you ever consider being Batman again? And he pretty much said if Christopher Nolan was the one directing it and everything. So obviously I kind of could see like why he turned down that money, because he's like, yeah, if Christopher Nolan's not directing it, I'm not joining and everything. Which I'm like, okay, you know, that actually does make sense, because I mean, despite the hate for Batman and Batman v Superman and everything like that, I still enjoyed the movie. I definitely did and stuff like that. There was just some really bad casting choices and really weird changes and stuff. Though I do admire Ben Affleck's Batman and stuff. Like honestly, that's honestly like one of my favorite Batmans and stuff like that. Like he did good, and like I will say, I wasn't one of those where like, you know, oh, this is gonna be a bad movie, like a non-believer and everything like that. Yeah, like a non-believer. I was just like, we'll just wait and see. You know, I'm like, I'm cool about it, but we'll just wait and see. And obviously, you know, he exceeded my expectations and everything, and yeah, and stuff. And the time ran out. Oh god. Let's go ahead and do this again. But yeah, dude, like, man, it was just like he did a good job. Ben Affleck did a good job. Honestly, it's just everything else is like, wow, dude, like what happened? Like what happened? What happened? Like, damn, dude, like just ever since then, the whole thing just started going downhill from there and stuff. And though I am happy that, you know, they brought back Michael Keaton as Batman, though everything else, especially the whole thing with Ezra Miller and stuff like that, like, yeah, like, well, I'll still watch The Flash just for, you know, Michael Keaton returning as Batman and everything like that. We'll see how it goes. Ra's al Ghul perished in the fire. Ducard I saved, but left behind. And then I come back to Gotham.